Hey folks, hopefully you're getting into a kind of routine or a rhythm with your online course since it's been about a week. I just wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page about the expectations for this week. And since yesterday was all about finishing the quiz so you can get access to Unit 1, I wanted to wait for this video until today so most of the class was on the same page. So how do I know what I have to do this week? I'm looking at the checklist. And your checklist area might look a little different than mine. So I'm just going to pop this up. So I'm looking here. I even have nice little links for you if you forget where to go. And links to the assignment page here. Reminder that I'm looking for you to reply to at least 2 people in this discussion. I'm going to be giving you feedback on this discussion because one of our unit summatives is a discussion. So I'm going to be giving you this as an area to play and giving you feedback on it. And then when we get to the end, you should be ready to do a good job on the final discussion. So I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And how do I find out what this is by going to the content. So activity 1 and 2 are on the agenda for today. And if I look in the content, you can see activity 1 and 2. So clicking on the content first is okay if you don't want to read the learning goals or the unit summary. The content is here, and on the content pages you can either watch the information that you need to learn for this unit, or you can read it. So this video is 14 minutes. Depends how long you think it would take you to read and understand all of this stuff. If you think that it would be faster or more beneficial for you to listen, then listen. And if you don't want to, then don't worry about it. You don't have to. So once I look through all the content, you're going to the assignment page. Use these arrows to click through the course rather than using these hyperlinks. And here's the discussion. So I've given you some guiding questions. You obviously don't need to talk about all of them. You can see when you read here, include 3 or more points about your outfit. So pick the points that make sense for the outfit that you've chosen, and the discussion is here. And then you're building on these ideas by including the stuff in the course content, by individual influencing factors and cultural influencing factors, by looking at these questions here. So I'm looking for like 2 from here and 2 from here to have a nice, rich response. The rubric can be found here if you want to know how this ties into the course content. Everything that we do is tied to the curriculum, obviously, because that's why they pay me, and the discussion link is here. So you're working on that this week, and when you're done that, you also can look at activity 2. So same deal for activity 2. Going to the content, maybe watching the video or reading the stuff, whatever works best for your learning style. This video is only 7 minutes, but also the content in this is smaller, so it really depends on what works for you. Go through the learning object here to help solidify what was talking about in the content, and then go to the assignment page. So it's a short week this week. This might be one of the weeks where you need to do some homework depending on how soon you got into orientation or how soon you got out of orientation, but a lot of people are working on the discussions now, so I think we should be good. So for this task, you're finding a fashion magazine and you are collecting information about it. So you're skimming through, you're looking at the magazine as a whole rather than a specific part of the magazine. The assignment asks for you to maybe put it into a table, so have like the questions in one column of the table and the answers in another, if that's easier for you, or you can just copy paste it into a Google Doc and answer the questions below. But I do want you to look at all the questions. So by the end, you're going to have a pretty robust knowledge of that fashion magazine. Feel free to go to your library and try and find a fashion magazine. There should be something that would fit the needs for this task. You don't need to buy a magazine at all. You could also go to the public library and look at a magazine as well. So once you're done, you're going to submit your document to the Dropbox for feedback. So here's the Dropbox link, here's the rubric link. If you do have any questions about either of these tasks, put them in the questions and answers area of the discussion board, and I'll answer them there. And if it's a question that's personal in nature, then feel free to email or page me.